Hey everybody, Jennifer here with Mitchell's Nursery and Greenhouse, and I hope you guys are enjoying this cool weather just as much as I am. It is starting to really feel like fall around here, so we thought we would get together some fall planters. These will be planters that will take you through the season and keep your pots and planters and porches looking nice all fall long. What you'll need. Okay, first off is your planter. Just kind of select what size will be good and work for you. These are plastic planters that we sell here. This is a square one. These are nice and decorative for your porch and really lightweight. So here we have our bag of moisture mix. That's what I'll be using in these containers today. This contains fertilizer in it, so that'll get you through. Okay guys, so now to the fun part. What we have here is our color and our annuals and some perennials. These will get you through all the way up until November, until a couple of hard frosts come. Now, we have violas and pansies here, of course, that will last throughout the winter. So they'll even come back and be blooming next year for March, April, and even May into spring for you. Alright, so let me show you specifically what we got here. Like I said, we have violas. These would be used as a filler for your containers. We have some nice thrillers right here. This coreopsis will get really tall. It'll kind of bloom in well into fall. Then the good news about these is you can take them out of the planter, put them in the ground, and they'll come back for you for next year. We have Bright Light Swiss Chard, which has a beautiful pink and orange, red, and green stem. That will give you color well into winter. We have pansies here, which is essentially the same as violas. They're just going to have a little bit of a larger bloom. Again, these will keep blooming well into spring of next year. So they're a really good investment to use for your winter planters. We also have a wave pansy. This pansy can be used as a spiller. This will come off the side of your pot and spill over. So regular pansies and violas are usually fillers. This can be as your spiller. We have snapdragons. These can be fillers or thrillers. If you have a small pot, you can use those for that height. If not, if you've got something taller, you can kind of fill in around with these. Snapdragons are one of my favorite flowers. We also have red mustard here. This will be a pretty purplish red color well into fall. And these are small now, but these get fairly large, probably about 12 inches tall and 24 inches wide. So they make a really good center for a pot, especially with yellow pansies. Those are really nice. And we also have as a great spiller Calibrachoa. This is a kind of a spring, summer, and fall flower. These will go well into fall, and they like the cool weather. So that's a good one to use. We also, of course, have cabbage and kale. This will last all winter long and give you a pretty purplish, there's green colors as well. And of course we have the spike plant. That's always one of the best, most popular thrillers. And that will keep green also well into close to winter time. Alright, now it's time to get our hands dirty. So this is our first container that we're going to do. Now, one thing that I bear in mind when I'm up here shopping with a lot of flowers is less is more. So go with a simple pattern. Usually using 3 to 4 plants per container of the same variety is the way to go. When you start putting 5 or 6 different plants in, it just gets jumbled and you don't have the room that you need for them to grow and flourish. Alright, so what we've got right here is we're using, again, Calibrachoa as our spiller. We're going to use snaps as our filler, and of course we got the spike plant here as the thriller. Now, a lot of times people will put spike plant in the middle. For this purpose, since our Calibrachoa is a little bit larger now, we're going to put it toward the back. What you want to do is slide the pot off, rough the roots up just a little bit. One thing also that you want to keep in mind, don't plant your plants in dry soil. I have filled these planters up, leaving about this 2 inches or so of room for water to run in through the lip, and for me to also be able to drop my pots in. I've also watered these in really well, so you want the soil wet when you're doing your potting. Alright, so we're just going to kind of move the soil out of the way, pop the spike plant in. And these are really huge spike plants, as you can see. They're very happy. Same thing with the Calibrachoa. The roots aren't quite as tight and aggressive on these, so I'm not going to really do as much breaking up on this. I'm going to kind of just dig a 6-inch size hole and kind of pop it right in there. Simple. Now I'm going to take my snapdragons. These are a 6-pack of snapdragons. So I can just kind of go and fill in the holes as I see. I'm going to kind of put a group of them over here. Like 3. And we'll slide to the other side. Put 3 in here as well. Alright, so there you go. One thing that you want to make sure you do as well after you get everything potted in is water it again. Okay, so for planter number 2, this is one of the square planters that we're doing, and I'm actually just going to kind of sit it at a diagonal. You know, it's up to you if you want to do it straight, but we're going to plant it this way. I'm going to use that cabbage and kale for the thriller. This will get nice height. And I am going to stick this one in the center of the pot, because what we're going to do is stick our other stuff around the outside. So again, make sure it's wet soil. Just going to pop it right in there. I'm going to take the tags out, but if you kind of want to remember what you did for last year, you know, hang on to your tags and keep them. Also, they're really handy about telling you the height and the width that the plant's going to get. Make sure you're checking that, because you don't want to get too many large plants in one pot and they competing for water and nutrients. Alright, these are the wave pansies that I was talking about, so we're going to stick them right on the edge, and I'm going to build up the dirt just a little bit on the edges so that those can ultimately start spilling out the side. They're pretty small right now because we've just potted them recently, but they will come off the side of the pot as they get to growing. Alright, so we just pop those in like that. Now, as my filler, I'm going to use red blotch violas. I thought the red would accent with the purple and the yellow really well for fall. And again, these are a little small right now, but the violas do clump up and will get you about 6 to 8 inches wide and 6 to 8 inches tall. Now, if they are small in the beginning, if you need to put a couple of them together for some more impact, you can certainly do that. Now I have just used 6 in here, 2, 4, 6. Again, they're going to get filled up and as they start growing. Alright guys, so now we're going to do a mum planter. Of course we got beautiful yellow mums, we have purple, red, orange. So we got lots to choose from in mum sizes. We have 8-inch here. And we're just going to stick this little red accent plant kind of around the bottom just to accentuate it. This is going to be a spiller, of course. And because these mums are so large, we don't really have room for anything else. And so here we go. Take these out. Alright, with mums, they are prone to break, so just be really careful. What you want to do is take and dump them, kind of push on the middle, and do like this. That way you're not trying to pull them out of the pot and get them all broke up. I'm going to rough up the roots just a little. And I've already kind of gotten this hollowed out, so we're just going to pop it right in there. I'm going to set it kind of toward the back as well, because we won't have room for these little red guys. And I'm just going to bring some soil kind of underneath it and up against it. Here's the tag, if you can hang on to that. Alright, so now we're just going to pop these little guys in. Just gently going to push the mum back so we can drop them in there. As you can see, these have pretty tight roots, so we'll break those up a little. And I'm using 4 of these just because I want this to look really full. Like I said, these will continue to kind of stretch and grow over the outside. Alright, there you have it. Now, like I said, it's really important to go back and water these in. The soil that we use today has fertilizer in it, so it's up to you if you want to use an additional fertilizer like a slow release Osmocote. That will help keep the blooms healthy and keep the green on the foliage and carry you all the way well into close to Thanksgiving. Alright guys, so that's it for our fall container planting. Here's 3 examples of stuff you can do, and like I said, we have tons of other options. So just stop by and see us. One of our employees will help you get your stuff together for your fall planters. You can bring your own containers in and we'll kind of mix some stuff up for you, or you can select one of the containers here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you soon.